This first poem is my favourite poem in all the world. It was in our school poetry book, and the moment I read it, it spoke to me and still does. Maybe it will speak to you. I would love that. It is called Everyone Sang by Siegfried Sassoon. Everyone suddenly burst out singing, and I was filled with such delight, as prisoned birds must find in freedom, winging wildly across the white orchards and dark green fields, on, and out of sight. Everyone's voice was suddenly lifted, and beauty came like the setting sun. My heart was shaken with tears, and horror drifted away. Oh, but everyone was a bird, and the song was wordless. The singing will never be done. Our teacher told us that it was a First World War poem written in the trenches. You can almost see the mud and the barbed wire, and hear the bird, oblivious to both. It says to me that however dark and tragic our lives may be, it is always possible to be lifted away in a timeless moment of joy. The poem was published 100 years ago, in April 1919. I wanted to share it in memory of the countless numbers of people who suffered in that war, and all wars before and since. The next poem was also in the school poetry book and is my second favourite poem of all time. It describes the despair of John Milton as he tried to come to terms with his increasing loss of sight. It's called On His Blindness. When I consider how my light is spent, ere half my days in this dark world and wide, and that one talent which is death to hide, lodged with me useless, though my soul more bent to serve therewith my Maker, and present my true account, lest he returning chide. Doth God exact day labour, light denied, I fondly ask, but patience, to prevent that murmur, soon replies, God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts. Who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed and post o'er land and ocean without rest. They also serve, who only stand and wait. I just find it so moving, perhaps because it echoes the feelings of all of us as we deal with the losses in our own lives. The words of the last poem came into my mind many years ago now, as I gazed through the window one wintry afternoon. I called the poem Trees in Winter. You, in your world of black skeletal structure, etched in rare fragility against the pale, winter blue, sunlit sky. How you move on my horizon, beyond the angled outline of homes, their brick walls warm and clay colourful by the sun's good grace. I hope that these three poems stand as a testimony to the beauty that can be found all around us, even in times of grief, loss, or desolation, from the song of a bird to trees in winter.